to the Movable Library's Create a Dragon program. I hope you are so excited. I am very excited to show you what we have planned today. I have 3 different dragon projects for you today, and we are going to be making a mask. I did mine in traditional reds and oranges, but you could certainly do your dragon any color you'd like. Our second one is makes you to have the ability to breathe fire without eating any spicy stuff. That's pretty cool. And our third one, it's a little bit more involved, so it may be good for a slightly older child or adult, because it's pretty fun. I like playing with it too. But anybody can give it a try. It is our movable dragon puppet. That's so cool. And you know what you could do? You can make a bunch of these and create your own store. You could put on your own puppet show. That would be fantastic. So we are doing this program in celebration of the Movable Library's 6th annual FanCon. Every year we have run this in celebration of different artists and authors and creators that create different FanCons that we all love and enjoy, dragons included. You can join us for different types of programming, either virtually or in person. Just visit us at oshlib.ca/FANCON. So that's oshlib.ca/FanCon. And you'll be able to see what's going on, including this program too. Now we did have some Create a Dragon kits available at all of our branches. If you were able to pick one up, that's great. It has all the materials you're going to need to create all of these projects, except for a few things that you'll have lying around the house, such as tape and crayons. If you were unable to get the kit, or if you're watching this long after our 2021 FanCon, I will include the printables of all of these below in the description box, and again, a supplies list that you'll need. It's all very basic. And I hope you'll join us and have fun. And when you're all done, I hope you'll share your creations as well. You are welcome to bring them into any of our branches and show us, or you can share them online. Just make sure to use the hashtag #OshawaLibraries. So I hope you're ready to get started. I am, and we're going to start off by making our mask. Alrighty, so we're going to get started with our first project, and it is our dragon mask. So again, I did mine in oranges and reds, a little bit of yellow and black, but you can make your dragon any color you would like. You could make it a rainbow dragon if you wanted. You could make it an all black dragon, whatever you would like to make your dragon. It's a very simple one. You're just going to need some tape or some glue, if that's what you have at home. Either one is fine. You're going to need some crayons or pencil crayons or markers or paint, whatever you want to color your dragon with. And if you were able to pick up a Create a Dragon kit from one of our branches, you will also have a popsicle stick, which is included, as well as 2 printables. If you are unable to get one of our kits, or if we're doing this long after the kits are available, I will include a link to the printables below so you can create a dragon mask of your own. Now the 2 printables, one is the base of the dragon, so it is, we'll turn it that way. So it's printed on cardstock, so it's heavier. So that makes sure when you put your dragon mask up, it's not going to flip-flop all over the place. And this is the shape of our dragon's head. So that's our base, and we're going to stick everything to that. So that's the one. The second one that's included is the face of the dragon. So we have our features right here with our big eyes that we're going to cut out. We have our big nose. We have our hair. And of course, we have a little bit of flames. So that's the pieces we're gonna need. I went ahead and cut out my pieces just so we can make this a little bit short, but you're welcome to follow along. There's my base, there's my face of our dragon. And then there is the part with the eyes. And then there's the hair. And what you can do is you can either stick everything on top first and glue it or tape it down and then color it, or you can color it separately and then put it together just like a giant jigsaw puzzle. it is up to you. And entirely, if you wanted to create your own dragon without these pieces, without the hair and the nose and the face, you could create it just on this base here. So use your imagination, create whatever dragon you would like to make. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tape and we're actually gonna put our pieces on before we start to color. Now, if you're gluing, you wanna make sure, or if you're taping or gluing, you wanna make sure you leave the space for the eyes, which we're gonna cut out later. And I'm gonna suggest mom or dad or an adult help you with that, because that can be a little tricky. I know it was a little tricky for me too. So I'm gonna put my face on right there. Oh, you know what I should have did? I should have put my hair on first. Uh-oh. That wasn't very smart of me, because I don't know. We can try him and see what he looks like with his hair in front. He looks kind of like a silly dragon. I don't know. I think we'll leave him like that. We're gonna have our hair in front for this one. So I have some 1 and 2 pieces of tape. Sort of looks like he's wearing a crown. I don't know. And then I'm gonna put his nose. He's got a big long nose on him. And again, if you would like to go from here and create your own different type of dragon without this big long nose, you can do a short nose. You can do whatever you would like. I am just providing you with some materials. So there's that part of the dragon. And then I'm going to include his flames right now, just because I can. And his flames come out of his mouth, right? That looks like it's almost his nose, but it is his mouth. So I'm going to tape those on the back, just like that. So there is our base. So we're done with our tape for now. So I'm just gonna put that aside. And then we're gonna color him. So what do you think? There was my previous ones. I think I'm gonna do a green and purple dragon this time. I think I like those colors. So we're just gonna color, again, however you would like your colors. You could create different patterns or different shapes. Now that's pretty cool, because I use tape and I put all my pieces on before I colored. I'm actually getting some imprints of the tape. So you see here, let me see if we can see it here. There's a little square, and that's where my tape is. And then I have the line of the hair. I think that's a pretty cool pattern. We're gonna keep that. And so there's my big green nose. And let's see, I think we'll color this in a little bit darker just to create some contrast. And let me see, what do you think? Shall he have purple hair? Or maybe that's a crown, I don't know. Let's see, I think we're gonna do purple for his, what do you think they are? Scales? Wings? I'm not quite sure what they are, but we're gonna do purple for these two. You can do whatever color combinations you would like. You can do purple and green, you can do red and orange, you could do one color of dragon, so you could do an all purple dragon. You can do whatever you like. This is your creation and your individual mask. So let's see, I'm going to color around. Oh, I don't color in the lines very well apparently, but that's okay. Now for cutting out the eyes, you can get mom or dad or an adult to help you. You can use scissors, or if mom or dad has an X-Acto knife, they can use that as well. That's what I did for mine, just so I was able to get that nice eye shape. But again, ask for help with that, because that is a little bit tricky. So let's see, I think I'm gonna do my flames next. Now I am gonna stick with red and orange, just because, you know, that's what color I think flames are. Let's see here. But again, you could do blue flames, you could do purple flames, or if you wanted to, he could be not a fire-breathing dragon. You could leave the flames out altogether. Let's see, so I'm gonna do red, I'm gonna do orange, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit of yellow right there. Perfect. So I think we will do matching green horns, same as his nose. And I think I'm gonna leave his face white, just because I think I like that. So again, that's something you could do. You could leave something white if you like that color too. You could try different techniques. You could try with paint. You could try mixing paint colors and see what colors you get. That would be pretty cool. And I think he's gonna have yellow hair or brown, whatever we decide this is. Maybe it's fur. Maybe it's a bunch of fur on his head. I don't know. He's a pretty colorful dragon, but that's okay. Color is good. I like color. And just color a little bit more here. There we go. And again, I think I'm gonna leave his face white. Now these are his eyes, so I am gonna cut those out later on. So when you're all done coloring, you can use your popsicle stick, and you're just going to either glue it to the back or use some tape again. I'm gonna use some tape because that's what I have available. So you're just gonna turn them around and stick your popsicle stick on. And you wanna make sure you have some room so you can grip your popsicle stick. I mean, if you wanted to, you could just have the mask without using the popsicle stick. It's just a little bit handier to use it that way. And I'm gonna stick another piece of tape along the side here, just so it stays. There we go. And I think that's gonna stay. And there is our dragon mask. So again, just make sure you have help cutting out the eyes, and then you'll have your very own dragon mask. Alrighty, so we're gonna move on to our next project. All right, everybody, welcome back for our second craft. We are gonna do our fire-breathing dragon. This one's, again, very simple, lots of coloring. So if you like coloring, this is perfect. Or again, you can create your own pattern and dragon. I am including some printables as well. So for this one, you're gonna need, again, some tape or glue, depending on what you have at home. You're gonna need some crayons or pencil crayons or markers or whatever you would like. And then if you were able to, again, pick up their kit, it will include the printables that you're gonna need. It's also gonna include a toilet paper roll, some eyes, some little puffballs for his nostrils, and then some tissue paper flames. And again, if you weren't able to get the kit, the printables will be included in the description box below. So we're gonna get started. Again, I cut out my printables beforehand, but you're gonna have this big rectangular piece, and this is what, if you wanted to cover the toilet paper tube with. Again, if you have some paint, you're certainly welcome to paint your toilet paper tube. You can try coloring on them too, see what happens. But if you wanted to, this is an easy way to cover, and all you're gonna do is just roll it over, and then that's your body of your dragon, the face of your dragon. The second printable is including the eyes, and I guess it's his, I don't know, scales, his hair. I'm not quite sure what they are. So that's this piece here is his hair. So that's this piece right here. And then another little piece. And this is where his eyes are gonna be. And then it also included a small little mustache if you have a very fancy dragon. But you do not have to include the mustache as well. So there is my pieces I cut out. So again, that's my square. I'm gonna cover my toilet paper tube. Now this one, I'm not gonna color, I'm just gonna show you how we're gonna put them together. Just because, you know, it's a lot of coloring, and even though I had fun making my blue and purple and green dragon, I just wanna show you how we're gonna put them together, and then you can take your time making your own dragon. So you're just going to put that, if you wanted to, color your piece, your rectangle, and then you're just gonna cover your toilet paper tube. You can either glue it down or tape it. Again, I'm using tape. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to put his eyes on his eyeballs, or his eyeballs on his eyes, I guess it would be. So you're gonna take your two, and they are sticky because they're sticking to my table. So you can just peel them off and stick them. And again, you can color that as well. And stick one, and then stick two. And you can either have him cross-eyed, sure, that works. Or you could have one eyeball, maybe he's a one-eyed dragon. Oh, that would be pretty cool. And then you're just going to do a little teeny weeny fold at the bottom. And that's so we can, it's going to be a little curved, but that's so we can stick him down just like that. But he's going to pop up. That's why we're only doing the bottom. And I'm going to use, again, a little bit of tape, but you can use glue, whatever is easier and whatever you have. So I did my little fold, and I just put a little piece of tape there, and then we're just going to press him down like that. And then his eyes are going to stick up just like that. Or you can have them laying flat, but they're pretty cool sticking up. Now again, this part you could color whatever color you want. You don't even have to do that part if you wanted to. But we're gonna stick those together. You could do one if you wanted to instead of doing both. Just create some interest with the two of them. But we're gonna stick one on top of the other. And again, just with our eyes, we're gonna make a little fold at the very bottom. But instead of going backwards this time, we're gonna go forward. So it's come towards you and make your fold. So you have a little bit just like that. That's what it's gonna look like. And you're gonna put your tape this time on the back. So just like that. So he's right here, there's our fold, and there's our tape with our sticky side up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick that inside on top. You're gonna stick it right here. So this is a little bit tricky, so you may need some help with this. We're just gonna stick them like that and push down so we have that tape or that glue sticking, and then you can fold up, and there we go. So then we have our sort of wonky, little bit of hair, and here's eyes. He's off at an angle, but that's okay. And then next we are gonna add our two little nostrils. So here I have some purple ones. You may have red ones, you may have green ones. I don't know, there's a bunch of different colors in the kits. So, and they are just little, teeny little pom-poms that you are welcome to use, or you don't even have to use them. Or if you wanted to, you could use gigantic pom-poms. So you have big, huge nostrils. Oh, that would be a funny dragon with big, huge nostrils. I don't know. You'll have to see what you come up with. So now I put my nostrils over there quite together. I'm gonna spread these ones out. And there we go. There's his nostrils and his eyes and his hair, I guess. I'm not quite sure what that is. You'll have to tell me what that is. Now there is the mustache as well. I'm not gonna use the mustache for this one, but if you wanted to, all you're gonna do is you're gonna glue him on top of the pom-poms or tape him on there. It is quite skinny, so if you wanted to, and you wanted to include a mustache, you could make a big fat mustache. You could create your own mustache. You could do any other type of decoration to your fire-breathing dragon that you wanted to. So our final bit that we're gonna do is our flame. So this one is, I would use tape for this, just because when you use glue on tissue paper, it can get a little messy and tear and all that fun stuff. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have pieces, long pieces of tissue paper. There is a fold in the middle. So you're just gonna take that and tear it in half, because you want two pieces, just like that. Now you can put any type of pattern you like in however you're gonna put your flames in. And if you wanted to, you could substitute this. You could make your own different color of flames if you have tissue paper at home, or even colored paper will work as well. You could make purple flames or blue flames or black flames or different combinations of those colors. So that's the start of our flames, and we're just gonna go all around the opening. So this is his mouth. This is what, so you're just gonna put your tape on one side, on one end of your tissue, turn it around, so that's our sticky bit here, and you're just gonna put it in side, just like we would do with our hair, and push it down so we have some flames coming out. And you're just gonna keep going around your dragon and keep doing that. You're gonna put some, whoops, and I tore that a little too much, but that's okay. See, that's what tissue paper does. It's very, very sensitive. So you have to be a little bit careful. And I'm gonna put a little bit, whoops, here. And so I have 3 more pieces of tissue paper. You could do different patterns too if you wanted. You could do yellow, both yellows on top, and then go to oranges, and then go reds. You could alternate. So I am what's called alternating. So I'm doing a pattern of yellow and orange and red. And then I have orange. And then I think I'm gonna do yellow. And then I think I'll do red. So I have a different kind of pattern. But again, you're just gonna put a little tape on the bottom at the end of one of the pieces and stick it inside and make sure it sticks. So I have 1 more piece to go in. And if you wanted to, you could make sure the ends are kind of crinkled and wrinkled, just so it makes it a little bit more realistic. Hey, you never know. I can't say I ever know what a fire-breathing dragon looks like, but you can create whatever you would like. And there is his flames. So again, there's our fire-breathing dragon. He's a little plain, but that's okay. You can color him however you would like. Or again, you can just paint him. You can paint on the toilet paper tube, whatever you would like to do. But that is how you put them together. So I hope you had fun with that one. And we have our last one. We have our dragon puppet, which we're going to move on now. Alrighty, everyone. So we are on to our last craft, which is our dragon puppet. That's so cool. So that's the back side of him, because you can see where the sticks end. And that's the front, but really it doesn't matter. However you want to make your dragon move. So that's what we're going to do right now. Like I said, there is a lot of cutting for this one, a lot of little ones too, and some folding. So it may be good for somebody slightly older, but you can always give it a try and see how it works. So for this one, you do need, again, some crayons if you're going to color your dragon, some scissors to cut it out, some tape or some glue. Again, I'm using some tape. And if you picked up our kit, you're going to have 2 skewers that you're going to use to move your dragon, as well as the printables. And that's all we're going to need for this one. It's a little bit involved, but it is very simple still. So for your printables, you're going to have one with 4 different lines, and that's going to make our belly section here that allows the dragon to move around. So that's what those lines are for. And then on the other sheet, we have our dragons themselves. So you'll see a top half and a bottom half with a slit in the middle, and we're going to cut those out. And then a second one, and then 2 wings. So again, I went ahead and cut mine out. So this is what it's going to look like once you do get your pieces cut out. So there's my 2 wings, and then I have the one dragon, and he's cut in half because we need him cut in half to create that body section. And then there's our other dragon cut in half, okay? And then we have our 4 pieces for our belly section. So what I'm gonna do first, again, I'm not gonna color him, just for time-wise, because you don't need to see me coloring. You know how to color. But again, you can use crayons, you can use pencil crayons, you can use marker, you can use paint, you can use whatever you like to color your dragon. And I would color him before you cut him out, because he's a lot of little pieces, so he can be very delicate in the way you handle them. So what we're gonna do first, and again, scissors, but again, we've cut them out, so I don't need those, but you will. And we're gonna put our skewers to the side for a second because we don't need them until the very end. So first we're gonna put our bodies together. And what we're gonna do,
And this one you may need glue rather than tape, just to make sure all the pieces do stick well together. But again, I'm just going to use tape because that's what I have here. And you're going to stick the two heads together. So there's one head, there's another head, and then you're just going to stick them together like that. So they go like that. So you see one side and then the other. So that's the two heads. Now if you're using glue, you can glue all along until you get to this skinny dotted line. You don't want to glue in this part because we're going to be folding that so we can attach our body. So then you're going to do the same to the tail section. So you're going to take your one tail section and flip it over, and I'm going to put some tape in the middle here, and then take our other tail section and match them up. So we're just going to go like that, somewhat matched up. And I think that's our tail section. Now I'm going to put a little piece of tape just so his tail stays closed. Again, it's probably better to use glue for this one because it is a lot of little joints, little pieces, but you're welcome to use whatever you have. And again, if you're gluing, glue until this little dotted line. Don't glue this little piece right here because we're going to need that to attach the belly. Now for your wings, pretty much the same thing. You're going to bring the two halves together. I'm going to get my tape ready. So you're going to put one wing facing down and take your other wing and match them up so they fit together. And then, but again, for this one, you want to leave a little bit of space at the bottom so we can attach to the dragon. So if you're gluing, glue all the way down here and then open it up so we have a little space right there. And then that's where you're going to attach it to the body of our dragon. So his shoulders. Oops. So you're going to put some, so our wings are going to go right there, or wherever you want to put wings. You can put them, actually I think I have them upside down. Nope, I don't. So you can put your wings there, you can put your wings there. It really is up to you, however you would like to do it. But because we left that opening, you're going to go like that. So you have a little bit of wing on each side. And again, remember not to cover up this little dotted line right here because we're going to open that up in a second. I'm just going to put some tape here so I can attach his wings to his body. And if you didn't want to see the wings, you could always sandwich them, so you could put them in between the two bodies before you put them together. So you could put your wings in here if you wanted to. That is entirely up to you, however you want to make your dragon. So before we move on to the body section, we're going to take these two little tabs that we left unglued and we're going to fold them on that dotted line. So just give it a little fold towards you. So you want it open, turn them around and do the same thing on this side. So we're just going to open them and give it a fold. And so we have two flappy tabs right here. And then we're going to do the same for his bottom half, for his tail. You're going to open that little tab towards you and give it a little smush so it stays open, and do the same for the other side. And then you have two little tabs where we're going to join. Alrighty, so there's our body section. Now for your strips, this is how we're going to make that movable, and it's called an accordion shape is what we're going to do, and it's very simple, it's very easy. You're going to take two of your strips and join them together. Doesn't matter which two, but we want to make it long enough that we have enough of a body to make that movement. Now you could take two strips, just the two of them, and then create that body. You just have a shorter body as opposed to a longer one. That's all. So there's two strips together, and then I'm going to repeat for the other two strips. We're going to put those two together as well. So instead of 4 strips, you're going to have 2 very long ones. Okay, so you can, again, color these whatever color you want. I would color the back and the front. Otherwise, if you don't, you're gonna see, which is fine, you are gonna see the white on the back side, because you see I only have the color on the one side, which is the pink, and then the white is the back side. So, but however you want to do it, I would color those first before you cut them out, and then we're going to join them, and now we're going to put them together. And this is the really fun bit. So you're going to take the end of one strip and the end of another strip, and it doesn't matter which end, either end, and you're going to put them together just like that. And then you're going to start folding. So you're going to take the one you put on the bottom, so this strip, and you're going to fold it over right to the edge and turn it and give it a thing. And then so you've created an edge right here. These will get, we'll get through them very quickly. And then you're going to take that bottom one now and fold that over and move it over, and then just repeat. So take over the first one and fold it and do the second one. Okay, and just keep doing that. So we're going to make like an accordion. So there's our first strip over again, and then our second. Alrighty, so I skipped ahead a little bit because that was a lot of folding, but that's okay. And so I'm almost at the end of my strips here, so I'm just going to keep folding a few more times to finish it up. And you can see that's what I'm ending up with, is a little square of folded squares, basically. Okay, so I'm almost at the end, and we're going to do one more, I think, on here. And then because I have a little bit of a half tab, I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to put a little piece of tape down so it'll secure it. And again, you can use glue as well. You don't want to use too much because you don't need very much. Just a little bit so it doesn't come undone. So I'm going to secure that down. And now, if we unfold it, you take one end, take the other end, you'll have your, oops, accordion, which is a pretty neat shape in itself. You see all the little triangles and squares, and you can figure out how you can move it. So you can make a flower shape for a different type of craft, and you can do different things with it too. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so this is going to be the body of our dragon. So you're going to take this half, the one side, it doesn't matter which side, it can be this side or this side, and you're going to take your glue or your tape, and you're going to glue or tape this square to one of your body pieces. So I chose my tail just because that's what I grabbed first, and push it down so it stays. So you're going to have a little piece that looks like that. So you have your tail half, and then our little accordion package, and then you're going to repeat for the other side. So you're going to take your tape or your glue and put some on here, and then take your top half of your dragon where your two tabs are together and push them down so they meet. So we have our little two meeting squares basically, and push it down so it stays. Give it a few little seconds there, and there is our movable dragon. So you could play with them just like that if you wanted to. I have included some big skewers that we can use to make our puppet move a little bit easier. So all you're gonna do to attach those is take some, I would use tape for this. I don't know if they'd stick with glue, but you never know. You're just gonna attach them underneath one leg in the front and the other one underneath the other leg in the back. And that's how you're gonna control them. Now these are also called stick puppets, and you might have seen these around. Some of them can get pretty cool, but you can also make very simple ones like that. And there is our movable dragon, and there's your movable dragon. And I hope you guys had fun and create as many as you would like.
I hope you guys had fun today. I know I did. That was so cool making all those dragons, and I hope you have fun playing with them as well. I also hope that you'll share your creations with us. You can either visit us in person at any of our branches or share them online. Just make sure to use the hashtag Oshawa Libraries. Okay, so I hope everybody has a good day and we'll see you soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye.